Yo, what's up? This is Shadow Rock and Profo Won of the Floor Gangs and Knuckleneck Tribe, and you're watching The Trades, episode 10. Can y'all believe it? So for the 10th episode, who I have today, we got my man, Crazy Leg Rockstage. What up, Legs?
Hey, I'm good, bro. Thank you for having me.
Yes. I'm having all these dope OGs come on my show. It's like, I'm super appreciative of that.
Yeah, you gotta get us before we die.
Yeah, basically. So, a few weeks ago, I did a year review, and then Legs was talking about some of the topics. Then he was like, hey, what happened to Battle of the Gods? Me and Storm went at it. That was a highlight. So, yeah, so I was like, you know what? Why don't we have you on the show, and you could actually, instead of just putting a video, we could talk about how it started, like who proposed it, and your whole process of training.
All right, so first, Tony Rock from Top 9 Crew, one of the producers of Z1 Festival, called me up and he was like, yo, you know, if we were able to set up between you and Ken Swift, would you do it? My immediate response was like, fuck yeah, that would be like dope hip-hop, you know?
Yeah.
I guess his management turned down the battle on behalf of him.
Right.
So then they asked me, like, you know, what if we can get Storm? And I said, yeah, let's do it. Like, you know, to me, it's a no-brainer. It's a huge undertaking at any age past 35 to
that's
think,
real.
like, you're going to go out there and kill it.
Right.
You know, I definitely didn't want to underestimate Storm. And so when we agreed to that, that was maybe November or probably November. February came around. And by the time February came around, I was actually considering canceling the battle because my knee was acting up so hardcore that I would walk a block and a half and I would literally be limping. I felt like, oh man, like this is it. Like I'm about to dead my career. My boy DJ G Wiz, and he had turned me on to amniotic stem cell. I was to be the consultant for the U.S. Air Force, for the Surgeon General. And he actually was a popper in the Philippines back in the days.
Okay.
So I had the stem cell injection. A month later, I'm like tingling in my knee. I called him up. I'm like, yo, I don't know what's going on, but I feel something happening in there. It feels like little worker bees in there, like doing stuff.
What the?
Next thing you know, I tested out slowly and then warm up, and all of a sudden I was running a little bit.
Okay.
So I went from completely limping and getting ready to cancel my career to battling.
Right. Like a few months. Right.
And my goal was to really make the attention put the attention on inspiring brothers out there and sisters who are getting older.
And that's a testament because not even athletes, professional athletes, like go rounds at 50 or go like do what they do at 50. And that's one thing that, you know, that we're fortunate enough to witness is that we don't know when it's really going to stop. We don't know yet because of you guys.
Well, I think for me it should have stopped a long time ago, but
no.
Hitting the gym and a little bit of denial goes a long way. Focus on the economic in Puerto Rico.
Right. Yeah.
You know, people are aware of the crisis going on over there.
Segueing to my last question, getting to that level of where it's starting to get into the forefront again, it was underground for a long time. Now it's coming to the front again. Do you feel like it's close to what the 80s was, or is it different? And how's your perspective being since when it was the 80s, you guys were young? What do you see the similarities and the differences, and what's the next steps?
One of the things is that back in the 80s, when breaking started to become prevalent, these events were thrown by people who were not b-boys and they were not part of the scene. Now I think a lot of people who are promoters but were b-boys. I know there's the big concern of the Kids Olympics, the Junior Olympics, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They didn't even reach out to anyone who is a pioneer, you know, setting self-serving agendas to the side and looking at the bigger picture, and you know, has some sort of sense of making sure that the business and the culture can coexist.
Right.
And I get it. So no one should be in there just because they're old school.
Right.
They could be in there because they're going to be effective. And that's what's up. That's what keeps us, functioning and allows us to have a greater control over what the end product is going to be judged by. And it's almost like, let's not bring in this person because they'll make waves.
Okay.
And those waves are really like, okay, you mean the waves that we would make are the ones that are protecting the integrity of our art and culture that people, were able to survive off of.
Right.
When we lived in the Bronx and there were burned down buildings all around us. There's the possibility of them ripping something right out from under us and steering it in a direction that they want to steer it in. And whoever is at the top of this probably has nothing to do with hip hop.
Yeah, right.
And I think that I put enough or more, I put a lot or enough into the game to be considered, as well as other people, when it came to the concept of putting this together,
right,
as opposed to hitting us up 2 years later.
And so what you're asking is more maybe transparency as far as like how this all happened. Like, let's make sure that this is happening right for everyone and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. We weren't even consulted with. It's scary.
Right.
And I'm not going to say that some of the people that they consulted with aren't good, because I know some of them, right, and they're good people. I would really like to, to me, it's like, I'm not really trying to talk to no middlemen on this thing.
Right.
Speak to the top.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I could sit here and be like, yo, my dude, if you look at my 40 years, I'm the King Kong of this shit, and I'm going to protect, my thing is I want to protect the B-boys and B-girls, right, straight up. Make me believe that this is something that, maintains the integrity of not just the dance, but hip-hop as a... Yeah. And you'll win me over. Yeah. But as long as all those B-boys and B-girls who are busting their asses to train, this is about them. And the culture ultimately is respected. Yo,
that word. Nah, for real. That's like, I think you said it best right there. It's like, that's the most important. You know what I mean? If the culture is protective. My whole thing is like, you guys are still around. You guys lived through it. And if there's enough of us, we could check it. So before I sign you out, where can they find you on your social media platforms?
People can check out PorterRockStudy.com if they want to get that information.
There you go.
You should just look up the Crazy Legs page and add that now.
Thanks, Crazy Legs. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, bro. Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity.
We need to hear all this information. We need to hear perspectives, and that's what we provide here at The Trades. You can contact me at Facebook.com/ProfoWon, capital FLGZ, or on Instagram at PROFO_FLGZ. This has been The Trades, episode 10. It's been 10 weeks since I did this. Gotta keep going. See y'all next week. Peace.